Section: Invalidators of Wudu. The reasons of impurity, which is called Asbabul Hadath, or the causes of impurity, Asbabul Hadath, are also called Wudu invalidators, Nawaqidu Wudu. One is obligated to perform wudu before praying when certain that he invalidated it. If he is sure that he made purification, but doubtful if he committed an impurity, he confirms purification and does not remake it. If he were sure of impurity and doubtful if he lifted it by purification, the impurity remains. Case: if someone's habit is, pay attention here, please. If someone's habit is to only make wudu after he broke it, yani, you're a person who never makes wudu unless you broke it already. Then, after sunrise, for example, he was sure that he did what would break his wudu. And he is sure that he performed wudu, but he doubted which one came first. Which one did he do first? After sunrise, he was sure that he did what would break wudu after sunrise. And he is sure that he performed wudu after sunrise. But he doubts which one came first. Then what's his judgment? He considers himself pure because his norm is not to make wudu unless he broke it prior. So, yeah, I need what we're saying here. A person was woke before dawn. Then dawn came in, Fajr came in. Now it's after dawn or after sunrise. Anytime you want. And then when he thinks back, he says, oh, do I have wudu or not? Let me think. After sunrise, I made wudu. It's after sunrise now. And I made wudu after sunrise. Oh, wait. I went to the bathroom after sunrise too. Which now do I have wudu or I don't have wudu? So what's this person's case? Yes. He considers himself pure because his norm is not to make wudu unless he broke it prior. So it's after sunrise. He's sure he made wudu and he's sure he broke wudu. So if he did make wudu, it would have only been because he broke it, because that's his norm. So then now his judgment is that he has wudu because his norm is not to make wudu unless he broke it prior. Therefore, if someone who habitually makes wudu on top of wudu without invalidating it the first time, if he is sure that he performed purification after sunrise, but also sure that he committed an impurity after sunrise, but he's not sure which one came first, then what is weighty is that he looks into his case before sunrise. So before we go forward. Now, this is the case of a person, and I'm reviewing here too, to make this nice and smooth in my own mind. So now this is the case of a person who it is his habit to make wudu on top of wudu. Now he's after sunrise, doubting if he made wudu or broke it. So someone who habitually makes wudu atop wudu without invalidating the first one. He's sure he made wudu after sunrise, and he's sure he did what would break wudu after sunrise, and he's not sure which came first. Then what's his judgment? He needs to look into his case before sunrise. If he were impure before sunrise, then now after sunrise, he is pure. Because the impurity before sunrise is lifted by the purification after sunrise. And he's sure about that. Because what's the rule? Ignore the doubt. Don't build anything upon a doubt. As for the impurity after sunrise, it could have been before or after his purity. That's the doubtful part there. Therefore, purity is the basis to which one resorts, because impurity is the doubtful matter. Let me repeat. So now we have a person, he makes wudu on top of wudu, and it's after sunrise. And he doesn't know, does he have wudu now or not? So he looks at his case before sunrise. So before sunrise, if he was impure before sunrise, for sure, with no doubt, then now, while he's doubting after sunrise, he judges that he's pure. Because the impurity that he had before sunrise is lifted by the purity after sunrise. The doubtful matter is whether after sunrise he committed the impurity first or he made wudu first. So he was sure he was impure before sunrise. He's sure that he made wudu after sunrise. So then the impurity that was before sunrise is gone for sure. Now after sunrise, he's not sure. Which one did he do first? Made wudu or broke it? So his judgment is that he has wudu, because for sure the impurity before sunrise was lifted. He could have had the impurity before sunrise and then committed another impurity after sunrise and then made wudu. So that impurity before sunrise for sure is lifted. Or he could have made wudu and then did his impurity, but that's the doubtful matter. So the rule is, very important rule is to ignore the doubt. So is that clear? If he were pure before sunrise, this one who makes wudu atop wudu, then now after sunrise, he's doubting. What's his judgment? He's impure. Because the certain purity before sunrise was lifted for sure by the certain definitive impurity after sunrise. So there's no doubt there. As for the purity after sunrise, it could have taken place before or after the impurity. Therefore, impurity is the basis to which one resorts, because purity is the doubtful matter. And the rule is what? You ignore the doubt. So is there any questions so far? Most important to understand the rule. Whatever is the thing you're doubting about, you ignore that. That's clear, right? So what we want to do here is how to pinpoint. We want to know how to pinpoint exactly where our doubt is. This is all what these rules are telling us now. How to locate and pinpoint where's the doubt, so that that's what we're going to throw away. And then we're going to take whatever is not the doubtful thing. So we're talking about a person who makes wudu on top of wudu. That part's clear? So now, before the sun rose, he had wudu. That's clear. And after sunrise, he says, I made wudu after sunrise, and I broke my wudu. I did what would break a wudu after sunrise. I'm not sure which one came first. Then in the end, the judgment is that he's impure. Why? Because he knew he was pure before sunrise. So there's no doubt there. He knew he made wudu after sunrise, and he knew he did what would break a wudu after sunrise. So for sure, the purity that existed before sunrise is broken by the impurity after sunrise. Is that clear? He's not sure if he made wudu before that impurity or after that impurity. So then that's where his doubt is. So did he make wudu before or after the impurity? That's where the doubt is. So then he throws that away and he sticks to what is for sure, which is that he's impure. Is that clear? In case he does not know his situation before sunrise, what if he doesn't know what was his situation before sunrise? And now after sunrise, he's confused. Then he makes wudu. And Allah knows best.